Hey, what are you doing? I came out to check on you.
Huh?
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I'm looking at this.
What is it?
It's wire. It's a spool of wire. And I'm almost out of it. Can you see the spool of wire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost out of it.
Okay.
And I've had this spool of wire for like 40 years. I bought it like this it's not a piece of a long time ago, but it's like 40 years of my life is in the wire that's gone. Does that make sense? This is what's left. Does that make
I'm
sense?
sorry to hear that, and I'm sad for you, but you're wearing your Jets hat, and I'm a little concerned right now that you're wearing your Jets hat. I thought that's why you were crying.
Okay, I'm done.
Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha Kodash. I want to say double honors to our apostles who are elders rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth sincerity. This is Robin Moffitt in Nebraska camp. And yeah, man, seeing post-production, the video I posted up, you know, and it's not like, I don't know if it's alleged that this could be acting or whatever, but the point is that, you know, that I want to do a lesson on is, you know, you shouldn't be pouring into your women, you know. I'm not going to tell you how to deal with your woman, but as men, you know, and women in this society, women for the most part, are dream killers. They're dream killers. Why? Because they're naturally are of the world. They're worldly nature. Okay? And that's not by design because let's get this. So we go into Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 7:34. It says there's a difference also between a wife and a virgin. An unmarried woman care for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in the body and in spirit. But she that is married care for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. So, you know, women that were married at a point were more intact into pleasing their husbands. But now there's terms called pick-me's. There's, if you following orders of your husband now, you're being bossed around and manipulated. And these are concepts that are programmed into the bulk of the women, really all of them. And some of them are able to fight over it. Some of them, you know, are able to resist. But in its entirety, hell no. You know, tell any of these women about you can have multiple wives. All right. Just tell her what to do. Okay. A lot of women, unless she grew up in a culture, you know, that insinuates that, a lot of these women don't adhere to it, and they're very fragile spiritually, you know. But at the end of the day, we as men dealing with these women, hey, look, you don't need to teach your woman, you know. The same book Corinthians tell you how, you know, matter of fact, we go into Corinthians 7:16, says, for what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? Or knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? Okay. Continuing on, says, but as the Most High hath distributed to every man. Matter of fact, I believe I read too far down. Yeah, I did. 1 Corinthians 7:13 says, and the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. You know, so in essence, if you are with a woman, you with your rib and you with them, you know, it's not a high necessity for them to believe, If that makes sense, like, or to perform, I would say, as far as you expect them to have their head covered, doing this, doing that. Long as she's pleased to dwell with you and not getting in your way when it comes to this doctrine, and she's doing her job as a wife, she don't have to be walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you expect her to cook clean, take care of the kids, take care of her portion and however your household is, if y'all splitting 50-50, whatever, and she's doing her shit. And she into basketball wise, bad girls club, and it is what it is, right? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking from experience, man, from being on both sides, being on the younger side, listen to the elders, thinking I can still teach my woman, and being hard headed and finding out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Because you're pretty much loading her clip up so she can start wildfiring. You know what I'm saying? And it can cause permanent damage. All right? You don't give a knife to a child, in essence. You know what I'm saying? I forget the Shabazz Al-Aziz. It's a lady, but she said women don't grow past the age of 14. Okay? But let's get to the subject, the lesson, the topic of the lesson. All right? And we'll get this in Proverbs. It says, Proverbs 31:3, it says, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. So when you go into, I was asking aloud, I don't really get that shit, the loud pace. Somebody explain that to me. It says, don't waste your strength on women, on those who ruin kings. Okay? So we're gonna, that was the NLT, by the way. All right, so we're going to interlinear. I'm gonna go into strength. We go look this up. Strength, might, efficiency, wealth, army, strength, ability, efficiency, wealth, force, army. So pretty much no man should be doing stuff for her queen and shit like that. No, bro, you're doing things for your mission, what you've been embarked on, and our mission is to preach this gospel, teach this gospel, prophesy, so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, there's also other underlining tones that do exist in there as well. Okay? Such as your plans, what you plan on doing in a week, in a year. Now, you got to update them as far as, the help me. But as far as you seeking counsel and sitting with them, these type of women ain't built for counsel, man. They're not. They're not, because they see themselves as equal. They don't see themselves as, what can I do to help you in this dilemma? They try to start advising you or trying to talk with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the same as if you have a boss and your boss is like, oh man, we got these deadlines, and then we got these numbers, and it's looking like it's going to be hard to make it. You may suggest something, but you know damn well you ain't running nothing to tell him, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, or you just unorganized, or what you need to do is, like, no, you'll be like, hey, what if we did this, or what if we did that? Nah, oh, okay, and you'll just take it, because you ain't gonna argue with him. No, you ain't listening to it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, that order doesn't exist with our women nowadays, and even the women that are with us, because they've been programmed and they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, you wink at their follies and deal with them accordingly. But the point of me showing that video is that the reason why you give not your power unto a woman, because their mindset is on themselves the bulk of the time. They're not thinking in totality of the spiritual repercussions of things for the most part. They're not thinking, okay, oh man, why we don't go out? These are the discussions and arguments, or you don't give me enough attention, or you know, whatever. It's like little fickle arguments that you have, all right? Which in the world, it makes sense. But when you're in the spirit, it's nonsense. Okay? Your ass about to get on a space shuttle to go out of space, and you asking, man, you got drawers on, nigga. That's not. Look, we need to be making sure everything, these safety checks are good. Sure, a person should have drawers on is a good question, but it's a irrelevant question concerning the situation, right? I have to give an extreme example because Jake act like they don't understand at times. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that, you know, women, they're space cadets. They're not living on the same playing field. They're into their husbands. And the thing is that women are into their husbands, not, especially these women nowadays, are not into their husbands because of who they are, but what they can provide for them. Yeah, so man, it's fucking phone, man. My old phone worked better than my new phone. I don't get it. But yeah, our women is they're not in the right mindset, and you only could do what you can. So, you know, this is just to the young men, you know, being the older, younger brother in his truth that went through the things that I was, you know, advised not to do in that area and did it. And pretty much I traveled that road. I got the experience, you know, and to say, hey man, you don't gotta be a lion in your house. You don't gotta be yelling at your woman. Look, we got a job to do, okay? And pretty much to sum it up, if the woman you're with is not allowing you to do what you are set to do and establish your standard, she's not allowing you to establish your standard, she's hindering your standard, then get rid of her. You know, the scriptures tell you if a woman do not go as thou wouldst have her, cut her off and give her a bill of divorce. Because ultimately, women and men aren't supposed to be separated once you come together. Okay? That's not what the Lord intended. But, you know, women and people of the world always say that. We're supposed to be together. Ain't nobody supposed to put separation. But you ain't supposed to be evil either. You're not supposed to be rebellious against your husband either. Okay? That's the reason why, you know, that law was put in, because, you know, Jake get tired of, you know, dealing with, it's like, bro, it ain't no solution. Okay? Because if you go upside her head, then you're evil. Okay? But if you verbally get on her, you're verbally abusive. Pretty much in a society where you have to let them run free and do what they want, and you have to, you know, it's like your kids. It's like all you could do is reprimand them as much as you can based off society. You know, hey, stop that. I told you stop. You could barely yell at a nigga. Yell at your kid. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody, hey, don't talk to them like that. Gentle parenting. Toxic masculinity. You know, these are the coined terms. Okay? So within that aspect, you know, for those who are married, remain married, man. You know, don't try to look for divorce or anything. But my point of this message is, don't be pouring your strength and your dreams and your goals and your admirations and your hopes into women. Okay, thinking it's a safe place to hide your treasures. You know what I'm saying? Instead, delegate. That's it. That's the whole, you know, to sum it up. Just delegate with your woman. Hey, today I need you to do this, that, and the third. You know? Because at the end of the day, you know, they're not playing with a full deck. Okay? Ain't no disrespect, but women are women. Okay? Matter of fact, in 1 Peter chapter 3 and 7 says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Give honor unto thy wife. Give honor to the wife, meaning, you know, you give her respect. That's your woman. You ain't gonna let nobody talk to her crazy, run up on her, smack on her booty. You know, you ain't gonna let her come outside and look in any kind of way. You know, not letting her no food, no raiment, not letting her go without. You honor your wife in that way. They ain't talking about putting the world on your back and she's sitting on top of the globe. They ain't talking about that. All right, a man's life mission is not a woman. Okay, a woman has a lot of influence over a man And Esau has created a system to permeate and give power to that. But overall, a woman always had that natural power, but men always had that direction and dominance, and it wasn't always led by a woman. Nowadays, a lot of these killings are behind women. A lot of these gang violence and fighting and all that shit in Chicago, you know, somebody messed with somebody, and it's women. You know what I'm saying? You know, women agree that a lot of killing happened. All right, I'm not gonna solely place it on the women, but you know, there's women that'll get mad at a nigga, tell a brother, tell a partner, tell a old other dude, and then set it up, and then them niggas get into it. One nigga get shot, he go to jail. One nigga shot, he die. The other go to jail, and she going on to the next guy. All right, that's a hood anthem. Okay. It says, giving honor unto the wife as unto the what? Weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. And that's another point, because you know, the programming of Esau has taught our women to compete in the household. It's mind-boggling to see and to hear somebody, and you know, because like it says in Sirach, glory not in the dishonor of thy father, because you know the dishonor of thy father is dishonor unto you. So if you walking around as a man saying your woman's raggedy, nigga, that's the woman you chose. You choose raggedy bitches. That's the type of time you want. So it's not to compete with somebody that's in your household is an insult to your establishment. Okay, McDonald's burgers don't compete with the fries. They compete with Burger King, but they ain't gonna compete with themselves. It don't make any sense. You know, I want my burger bigger than the fries. I want the fries smaller. Well, it's a combo meal. They're paying for the whole entire meal. So if you're diminishing one portion just to make yourself lift yourself up and feel better, the whole combo comes together. Okay, mother, father, child. It's a combo package, and how it's represented. You know, it is a representation of how you carry yourself. Okay, so yeah, I had a scripture kind of escaped me, but like once again, the point is that, you know, why I say again, not give your power to a woman. It ain't no disrespect. It ain't no looking down on them. It's just that they're not people that you can pour into and use for logic and spiritual ability. And unfortunately, I've talked to people that called them. I think there's one of these guys was in HOC or whatever, man, and a relative of mine. I ain't gonna speak too much on that, you know, but he was you know, he dealt with a relative of mine, and you talk to him, I'm talking to him, I'm like, man, it's, you know, and I'm like, bro, you going off, man, like building up the woman, talking about the woman is wisdom and it's a feminine spirit, like it's like, come on, man, you know, like there is no masculine or feminine as far as anything. Really, it's just the energy. Okay, like I get it, you know, wisdom and all that is more of a feminine thing, and aggression is more of a masculine thing, but that's based off of our reality. You know, energy is an energy. An angel ain't got no feminine or masculine energy. An angel just had either logic or aggression type stuff. It's going to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so you know, you can't compare spiritual with carnal. You compare spiritual with spiritual. Shit. But yeah, man. So with that being said, man, again, you know, brothers, stay to your goals, man. Stick to your goals. Stay to getting out of here. Stay focused on what the Lord called you to do. And I know brothers will do that, but the point is, what I'm saying is that, you know, these women gonna try you, and they're gonna try you with the world. That's gonna be the first line of temptation you'll receive from those who have women. You know, stay to the course, stay consistent in doing what the Lord told you to do. And this is what I wanted to get, and we're gonna end it off with this verse here. So 1 Timothy chapter 3 and 5, it says, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High? All right. So that's simple. You know what I'm saying? And why does it say that? Because you got to learn how to delegate. You got to learn how to keep order. You got to learn how to make everything work. You're being a leader. They don't say y'all, and so y'all can leave the household and then y'all can go run a church. It's saying the man, because the man is the person that's operating things. It's telling people to go here and go there, the man of authority. Okay, so once you come to the church, you can't be having your woman out of control and you sitting here treating your woman as an equal, and then you want to have order within the ministry. You don't even have experience. Really, your marriage and your family is your first line of experience of learning how to be a leader. Okay? Because we not only we're leaders to our families, you know what I'm saying, but we're primarily leaders to the cause of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, being prophets, okay, being captains, you know, men of the Lord, period. Anybody that crossed that line is a leader to Israel, period, man. Okay? And you have to conduct yourself a certain way. You have to be consistent, be disciplined, be stern. Let your yea be yea, your nay be nay. Be honest. Okay? What it tells you, the bishop, what a bishop should do. Matter of fact, let's get that. It says, it has it in a couple times, but I'm reading in 1 Timothy 3:1. It says, this is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desire for good work. A bishop must then be blameless. Okay. Pretty much you don't have, it's a life that is above reproach. All right, for the NLT's explanation, pretty much, you ain't got no smut on your name. You ain't out here committing adultery. You ain't out here lying on a nigga. You ain't take nobody's you know, paycheck. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing no sneaky snake stuff. You don't got no bad rapport. All right. It says the husband of one wife. Why does it say the husband of one wife? Because this bishop goes into elders. All right, this talking about elder brothers. They ain't talking about younger brothers. You know, you can even say captains are not, you know, into that, because the main reason is you got the more power you have, the more delegation and responsibility you have. So you don't have as much free time to fuck off. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying because you can't have two wives and it's illegal and it's a sin. Okay? No, it's saying if you want to be efficient, just like Paul said, to have no wife will make you efficient. So is that a law now? Come on now, I gotta use some sense. Okay? So the point is the husband of one wife, vigilant, okay, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine nor striker, not greedy nor a filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, one that ruleth his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High, which is the Spirit? Because it was the one I was reading on up. You know what I'm saying? That's a called Lord Yahbashim Yahushai, because it all just connects, right? In order to be a leader, it starts with your house. You can't be in a house letting your woman run around. She pussy popping on the front lawn when the brothers come up for camp. She all in their faces, and you telling them what the hell you telling the brothers what they need to do, and they need to get their shit together. And this is your kid running around, shit all in his diapers. You know, they singing Glorilla, and you telling the people what they need to be doing. No, you know what I'm saying? It don't work like that, and it can't flip flop the other way. Your character will transcend into every atmosphere you embark on. So if you're disciplined with your family, you're going to be disciplined in church. You're going to be disciplined at work. You're going to be disciplined anywhere you go, because it's a part of your character. All right? And, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, man, no disrespect to the women, you know, to the women out there they're enduring, even to y'all, man. Don't pour your power into them, man. Don't give them your strength. And it ain't no disrespect. The point is that this helps you stay on the goal. Only person you need to be getting counsel from is a godly man. All right? A man of testosterone and logic. Because this society is already is polluted. Okay? It shall destroy you. Come out of her. Right? And unfortunately, you damn near gotta, it don't mean that you gotta, nah, shit. If I'm with my woman, I'm gonna sit, watch movie, gonna chill, I'm gonna enjoy my family time, but I'm not gonna feel guilty for going to camp. I'm not gonna feel guilty for hitting the highway, going out of town to do evangelical work, speaking to brothers with families, okay? Because it hit different. You know what I'm saying? I may take my woman, I may not. More than likely, I'm not taking her. 9.7 times out of 10, I'm not taking her. It has to be like, shit, I'm going to somewhere to do something, and the brothers out there, and you know what I'm saying? I'm going to watch a football game, and, I'm going to take my family, but the brothers out there, so I'm going to stop and hit the highways. I'm going to stop and, there was a point, one time I went down to a wedding. My relative invited me to a wedding, man. Hey, I went straight down there. I went to the wedding, went to the reception. Every time it was gaps, I went and chilled with the brothers, man. Okay? Family was with me. Hey, go chill with my family. Go do what you do. When I'm out of town, don't be calling me, man, unless it's an emergency, because I'm spiritually not going to be thinking about what you're doing. Look, the gun is over here. The taser's over here. Emergency, call me, you know what to do. Lock the door. Shit. But don't call me for no, I miss you. What is that? I'm lonely. I was thinking about, don't call me about that. Handle that. And as a man, you should tell them what to do. Give them their instructions before you go. Tell them what you expect when you come back. But most women should understand that. But unfortunately, we're in a society that women just think about themselves. So you go out there, they think about themselves. I need, where you at? I want to talk to you. And it's like, man, it's almost like when you're in this work, you're preparing for a fight. You need to be spiritually disconnected with the flesh. You know what I'm saying? The world, as the scriptures tell you, is seed among thorns. The world choke it, right? That woman is a thorn. Your job is a thorn. Your kids are a thorn. I'm not saying like it's a thorn in your side. I'm talking about in reference to the seed and the thorn. These people can choke you. Even your recreational activities, they can be thorns. Anything that comes with responsibility to where you have to question whether you should do this or the work. Or you got to put it to the side. You know what I'm saying? It's a thorn. I got kids, man. I'm speaking to me personally. And so, shit. When I'm teaching, I can't just go. The more kids I'm having, it's harder to teach in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it is a thorn, but I'm not being choked up by it. I move around. Okay? And that's another thing. Don't be adding no fucking additional lifetime subscriptions all the time. And I ain't talking about kids specifically. I'm talking about a lot of stuff that Jake be adding, man. Your hobbies, women. More women you add, the less time you're adding. It's like a bill. You got your bills, you know what I'm saying, with your money. And then you got Netflix. You got Hulu. You got your snacks. You know what I'm saying? DoorDash and all that recreational shit. You know what I'm saying? That eventually becomes a tab, and then when you have it, it becomes a part of your life, and you feel like, if I lose this, I'm gonna lose a part of me. Now you gotta fight to maintain. Now you're trying to get extra job. No, bro. Throw the rum off the boat. Okay? And your family should be the last barrels of rum that you would have to throw off the boat. But if your family gotta go, they gotta fucking go too. My family gotta go, they gotta go too. The scriptures tell you, glory. It's better to have one righteous child over, 1,000 kids, man. Jake got to get over that, I get it. We want all our kids to be saved, but hey, all your kids ain't right, man. That don't mean all my kids are going to be right. I do not want that to be the case, and I'm going to try my best not to have that to be the case. But I'm not going to be in denial of what the Lord has said. Okay? Even Solomon had bad children. Look at all the evil and good kings came out of Judah, man. That's through King David's line. There ain't no disrespect to King David. King David was a man of the Lord's own heart, man. You know, sometimes Jake stray away and you can't control it. Satan get him. You know, it's not our doing. You know, we water, we plant, but the Most High give the increase. So we can teach our kids, we can teach, you know, anybody, but the Most High do it. So, you know, in essence, like I said, you know, you got kids, you got family, you do what you can do to get them conformed to your order and let the Lord do the rest. You know, and as long as your woman is doing what she needs to do to your standard, you know, within a reasonable service of her marriage duty, pretty much cleaning the house, you know, food, quiver and arrow, all right, being your peace, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. She don't got to be up in here, you know, saying the Hebrew prayer, and man, just do your job. Because as long as I'm doing these prayers, as long as I'm putting up these supplications, I'm covering the household. And it's the same for the woman as well. Thus says the Lord in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 we read. You know, husband might be just doing some raggedy shit, but it's just not enough to say this nigga ain't shit. And you know, so it's like you got to deal. Hey, it's the same with the brothers. You might have some brothers that are kind of wild and rough around the edges, but they come and hit them highways. They come and do their job. You can't take nothing that they do personal. You just got to move around it. Okay? That's just it. But yeah, man, hopefully this was edifying. With that being said, I'm saying, call all y'all about Shimi Ashai, y'all about Shimi Ashai, about Shimi Karkadash, Brakathum. Shalom.